I've told you all that, if you just simply randomly picked a pile of 25 S&P 500 stocks and just invested consistently every week, the same amount of money you put in your car note or whatever, that you would be wealthy in a couple of decades. In fact, if you are a person that is more on the conservative side, this would be a great time for you to go ahead and protect yourself against the next market crash, because it's not an if, it's a when. And the ways you might protect yourself could be long-term put options. Just spend a little money, buy a couple long-term puts, maybe a long-term put on SPY, maybe make it a put spread if you want to save some money, or maybe stacking cash. A lot of billionaires are stacking cash right now to get ready for the next market crash because they believe it could happen at any moment. And so if something pops off and then suddenly everything drops, they'll be in a position to win, but there's no guarantees there. Natasha says, do you like XOVR? What's the best way to get exposure to the SpaceX before the IPO? XOVR, I don't know about XOVR. I'm going to look it up. But in terms of the SpaceX IPO, I know that they're doing tokenization. Tokenization is the operative word to understand going forward. Robinhood's heavily invested in tokenization, and they're doing it in Europe, and eventually they're probably going to be allowed to do it in the United States. Right now, the Trump administration is very friendly toward financial innovation. So they're kind of having a field day, making up new products, creating new things. The downside of that is that at some point there's going to be a crash and some people are going to lose a lot of money. So if you're not understanding the innovations and extremely careful in terms of how you participate, then you could easily get you shot down financially. So be really careful going into these new spaces, but they are going to be opened up. So that is one way people are participating in the SpaceX IPO. Now, in terms of getting additional exposure, the cleanest route would be if you were a qualified investor that could get IPO or access before the IPO, but that's hard for most people to do. Here's the other thing too. There are companies though that are tied to SpaceX, and these are companies that are suppliers. Um, so let me see if I can find some companies that we can buy uh, that are tied to SpaceX.